Okay. Okay, good evening, everybody. First of all, I would take this opportunity to thank you for inviting me for this topic, which is kind of a different topic, and it's people feel that they know everything about this, but still there are a lot of misconceptions. And normally, what happens is people target addicted people, but I never do that. I always have my awareness sessions for general public. And I see to it this information is disseminated from those to more and more people. So, first of all, thank you, Rotary Club of Chembur West. To begin with this topic, first of all, I would like to introduce myself that I am representing Indian Cancer Society, which is a very old organization. It's like one of the first organizations registered. It's 70-year-old in this year. Indian Cancer Society does a lot of work in awareness. They do a lot of screening, early detection. They do support treatment of cancer patients. They have affiliated hospitals for that. And they also do rehabilitation of cancer patients for vocational so that the cancer patients are rehabilitated. So they have an entire spectrum of cancer. I represent Awareness Department of Indian Cancer Society. Because I work in tobacco de-addiction and 90% of oral cancers are tobacco related. So I do a lot of awareness for oral cancers and mainly for tobacco addiction awareness. So you must be wondering why this topic is important and why a person has to do a specialization for a tobacco de-addiction specialist and why there is a need of such kind of a specialization. I mean, it's everyone must be thinking about it. Why such person is required at first place? Because you must have heard a lot of other specialists, but this is kind of a different specialty. So just to give you some background of tobacco in India, or what is the current scenario of tobacco industry or tobacco consumption in India. So there was one survey done in 2009 and 10. So this survey is called as Global Adult Tobacco Survey. It's a pretty big and authentic survey. This survey is done in different countries across the globe, like more than 22 countries do it. India had also done it first time in 2009 and 10. Indian government, World Health Organization, such big organizations are involved in doing this survey. So it's a pretty authentic survey. So the results what came up from this survey were little shocking. The survey said that 48% of Indian adult males and 20% of Indian adult females consume some or the other kind of tobacco products. Can you imagine 48% of Indian adult males? 48% is almost 50%. I mean, it's like, so 50% of our adult population, if it is consuming tobacco, isn't it something very alarming? Yes, so this survey was then again repeated. Ideally, it is repeated after 10 years, but it was repeated in 2016-17. The results were a little bit reduced, like from 48, it had reduced to 42 and for 20 to 14% in women. But try to understand the population has also increased in that many years. And considering a huge populated country like India, where the population is like more than 135 crores, even 40% is a huge number. If 40% or more than 40% are consuming tobacco, it's a huge number. That is a one side of it. The fact, actual research says that the consumption is so large. And on the other side, we have enough scientific evidences to prove that 40 to 50% of all cancers are tobacco related. 90% or more than that, oral cancers are tobacco related. Apart from cancers, there are a lot of other diseases. I'll talk to you in brief in the further slides. So we know that there are a lot of diseases, a lot of effects on the health, which are directly scientifically proven now. So one side we have huge consumption, one side we have scientific evidences. So somewhere, because it is much of accepted kind of addiction, people don't feel it is addiction at first place. It is very much in our societies, in our culture, and also there are a lot of reasons why it is been more prominent or popular. But at the same time, number of deaths occurring because of tobacco related illnesses, number of people suffering with cancers, the prognosis and the success rate or the 5-year survival of oral cancers, it is all alarming. So this is the base why such kind of addiction awareness and tobacco awareness is required today and why we need to first prevent a lot of people to get into it, like children and youngsters, so that they don't get into it. And secondly, all those who are into the habit, we need to explain them, make them aware, and see to it that they get out of addiction before they land up into any major illnesses. That is the reason we need to have much information about this, and we need to clear all the misconceptions around this topic. So to begin with, when a healthy person comes in contact with any kind of tobacco products, what happens is, they get such kind of cancers. They get such kind of end results. I'm not here to scare you by showing this scary images of cancers, but what happens is when we talk about smoking or tobacco, people have different perceptions, but we need to break that. The reality is something very different. We have a lot of actors and all promoting it in a different way. So when we talk about tobacco, even we don't perceive tobacco. If we talk about like some kind of alcohol or like drugs and all, we feel some kind of negativity or some kind of perceptions we feel some uneasiness. But when we talk about tobacco products, we don't feel that because we have some other perception in mind. So we need to clear that this is a fact that because we work in hospitals, we work in cancer hospitals, we know what is the end result. So where to begin with, from where does tobacco come? Can someone tell me from where tobacco comes? I'm not talking about the tobacco products.
Leaves, no?
Tobacco leaves, but it is a tree or it's how it is?
Tree, bark of some tree from that is made.
Okay, it's a wrong answer.
These are the dried leaves.
They are leaves, but it's shrub. It's a shrub. Basically, it's a shrubs and they are farms. So basically, they're tobacco farms. I wish I could show you this, but it's okay. So basically, there are tobacco farms. There are small shrubs at this height, and they are huge tobacco farms. So why I'm telling you in this in detail, why I need to specify about tobacco farm, because there is something unique about tobacco farms. Tobacco farm is the only farm which doesn't require fencing. Can someone tell me why tobacco farm doesn't require fencing?
The animals don't attack it.
Animals don't touch it.
Because even animals don't eat tobacco. So I'm not saying the thing which animals also don't eat, which should human beings eat or not. My point is why animals are not eating it. So if you take the tobacco leaf from the farm and give it to the laboratory, just to understand what are the different chemicals present into it, we'll understand even at that time when the tobacco leaf is present in the farm, unprocessed, directly leaf, even at that time, there are a lot of chemicals which are hazardous to the body. Tobacco leaf water is used to other plants as pesticides. Tobacco, if your car is the wire, the rat is biting your car wire, the mechanic will tell you, why don't you apply tobacco over there? It won't eat it. So this is not a edible plant at first. Nicotine is present even at that time in the farm tobacco leaf also. Over a period of time, what happens is when this smoking cigarette making companies make cigarette or vodka and other products are prepared, they add more and more chemicals into it to make it more pleasurable, more addictive, and what or not. But then the latest research says that when a person is smoking a single cigarette, he's exposed to almost 4,000 to 7,000 chemicals. I'm not boasting here. Whatever I'm saying is with proper research. Out of these 4,000 to 7,200 chemicals are proven poisonous. 60 to 65 are proven carcinogenic. Means this chemical has the capacity to produce cancer. Like there are 60 to 65 now. So imagine a person smoking or taking tobacco in any form, taking so many chemicals in his body day in, day out, which are known poison, which are known carcinogenic. It is bound to impact your body. But people are not aware of this. So what people have perceptions about tobacco is that Shah Rukh Khan smoking is the what perceptions people have. And this is something very, it's a reality because I have been counseling so many patients and so many people tell me that we Shah Rukh Khan ko dekh ke cigarette peena shuru kiya. That huge impact these actors have, believe me, in India. I've actually personally counseled more than 5,000 patients and I have interacted with so many people. They have actually, many people say that हमने Shah Rukh Khan को देख के cigarette shuru kiya.
Many of them are all chain smokers.
Yeah, but they feel that Shah Rukh Khan is successful, Shah Rukh Khan is a thing, so we can smoke and we can also be that. They have long perceptions about it. But what I'm trying to break the myths is this is not a reality. Reality is that it causes a lot of effects on your body. We'll talk about it. Financial loss. Now, cigarette cost is, 10 to 15 rupees. Every year the budget tax and all increases, the cigarette cost rises. So it's a single cigarette costs you around 10 to 15 rupees. A person is smoking 10 cigarettes, it's almost 100 to 150 rupees in a day. Imagine in a week and month and years how much money you're directly losing. But there are people who will say, okay, there are tobacco products which are like very cheap also, like chewing tobacco products and all. They may not cost you like 20, 30 rupees. They may last for a week. But imagine the disease what you're buying. with those products, the future health cost. So typically even a small oral buccal mucosa cancer, oral cancer also, the treatment cost is in lakhs. It's not that and let if once operated and ho gaya, it has to be followed up with may or may not be like chemotherapy, radiotherapy. It's a long-term treatment. So what happens is entire the families are affected. If you work in hospitals, you'll come to know how the family has to go through it. And again, it's a huge psychological pressure on the family. They don't even understand, okay, which stage cancer this is, what is the prognosis, it is treatable. The word cancer itself will, the fear factor. So we have onco counselors now, because it is seen that if the counseling is provided and the patient is quite positive, it affects the treatment also. The prognosis changes also. But cancer is a word which people are, it's a fearful word, and the whole family gets affected because of it. So it's not it's that one person is affected, entire family is affected because of it. So it becomes more important. So this is a fact that it actually causes a lot of diseases, a lot of deadly diseases, which could totally be prevented. So we'll talk about a little bit about products. Why I'm talking about product is because there are a lot of misconceptions around the products. So when you talk about tobacco, there are two kinds of products, mainly smoking and chewing tobacco. So smoking, it is simple that which are lit and the smoke comes out of it. Are smoking products like cigarette, BDs, hookahs, cigars. So cigarette, what misconception is that cigarette has a filter behind it. So it is less dangerous than a BD. That is what normal perception is. But that is absolutely wrong. Both are equally dangerous. I always tell that remember three things, important things, that no matter what tobacco product it is, first thing, it is going to be dangerous. No matter what tobacco product it is going to be dangerous. Second thing, no matter what quantity you are consuming. Like people tell me, do cigarette pita ho, do gutka khata ho, it's not going to, even if it is little quantity, it is going to affect you. Third is, no matter what duration you are consuming it. It's not necessary that only if you consume for 10 years, then you will suffer with anything. It's not like that. So no matter what product, no matter what quantity, and no matter what duration, still it is going to be harmful. So all cigarettes can cause cancer. It's nothing like, because cigarette companies promote it like Gold Flake Light. And there is nothing light in a Gold Flake Light. It is all to just fool people. Ladies cigarette or slim cigarette, low tar cigarette, everything, a cigarette is a cigarette, and every cigarette will give you cancer.
Electronic sugar.
Yeah, I'll come to that. So second is the BDs. Now what happens in India, country like India, BDs are much cheaper. They don't come under tax preview and all, is unorganized sector. So the cost is very low and it is easily available. Like you may not get a medical store, you'll have to search for a 24-hour medical store, but you might get a pan BD easily anywhere across India, any state you go. It is easily available, cheap. That is why the BD consumption is much more in India. Then comes the hookah. Now there are a lot of misconceptions around hookahs. More than 5 years back, Supreme Court had removed a ban over the hookah parlors, but the reasons were totally different. That doesn't mean hookahs are safe. The fact is the hookahs are like 4 times more dangerous than cigarettes. Why? Because first thing, hookah, the duration is exposure is much more. Like a cigarette may not last for more than 5 to 10 minutes, but hookah, the session itself are like more than 40 minutes, an hour, and more than that. So the exposure is more. So having a hookah session attending is like exposure to more than 20 to 25 to 30 cigarettes. Secondly, the hookah companies claim that they are flavored into it and all. But even if you see the flavor packet, it will be mentioned over there, nicotine content, so and so. So no flavor is without tobacco. All the hookahs are with tobacco. Third thing, the lot of poisonous gases are there. The carbon monoxide, simple gas, which is the same gas as Hitler used for his prisoners. And something very interesting, there is a disease called as interstitial lung disease, ILD. This is basically our lungs are elastic organ. Because of elasticity, they expand. But in this disease, the elasticity is lost and they become fibrous like a stone. And the main reason for this interstitial lung disease is cigarette smoking, BD smoking, and hookah smoking. There are other reasons like environmental pollution and industrial waste, but the cigarette, BD, and hookah smoking are also one of the major reasons. There is no treatment available for this disease in any pathy, any country, any science.
So I was trying to hookah, there is that, there is a vessel from where that
Water
smoke
filter.
passes through water, and that is why it is not harmful.
No, absolutely wrong. That is what I'm saying. This is all bluff. This is
Still you
not.
are inhaling smoke.
Absolutely. It is dangerous, and it is. I have personally seen patients with ILD with a chest physician, and that is how I promote in each and every session. I make it a point to tell everyone that, because if you go to hookah parlors today, they will be public below 18 years, 15 years, and all. They have this
Generally youngsters.
and they are not, and this is an entry point. Like today they are going to hookah, the nicotine content will be low and they will high demand, receptors are developed, they will graduate into other products. It's an entry level kind of a thing. So it is, and I have met patients who are addicted to hookah like anything. Like in their breaks, they go to hookah. They lose all the money by the end of the month by getting hookah. So hookah is that addictive.
Yeah, even girls,
Yes. Girl smoking is another big topic.
Hookah sessions and all.
Yes, very
find
common.
girl all over.
Yes. There is another product called like cheroot or cigars. It is like tobacco is wrapped in tobacco leaf itself, and cigar is a bigger form. But personally, in my practice, I have hardly seen any patients with cigars. In movies, there may be, but it is not that common.
Cigars, they say, that if you have a cigar, you don't just take it. So that's why probably you don't find many.
There are patients. Yeah, it is tobacco. It is same as harmful. 100% harmful.
It's expensive and
Yeah.
very strong.
And now it is not that popular because so much.
Yeah,
that is another thing.
Cuban cigars.
Yes. So e-cigarettes, basically e-cigarettes are wrongly called as e-cigarettes. Basically, they are electronic drug dispensing devices. So they are now called as electronic nicotine delivery system. So it is nothing, same thing, only the tobacco is present in the liquid form. There are batteries into it. Because of this, the combustion happens. And because of this combustion, the smoke comes out of it. So the only difference is the tobacco is present in the liquid form, and because of the batteries.
What is the percentage of tobacco?
Same, it is as liquid form. Yes, absolutely. So they are present in different shapes and all, but the mechanism remains the same. And there are a lot of research studies which says how it is affecting your body the same way what tobacco is affecting you.
Not span?
It is banned in more than 22 countries. 30 countries have banned it. In India, it is banned 2019 only. They have banned e-cigarettes completely. It is not allowed to sell e-cigarettes in India.
But, I have tried e-cigarettes, but it doesn't, like when you take a cigarette, you have this puffing sensation and all those things. It's nothing, only smoke comes out.
Yeah.
You inhale and only just smoke comes out.
See,
Nothing.
basically,
even harsh inhaling.
No, nothing.
It's very smooth.
Yeah.
Like the light cigarette.
No. So basically, they had promoted is by a kind of a harm reduction technique so that you graduate. But it is, see, most of the e-cigarettes companies are basically tobacco lobby itself. So they are a tobacco company. So they want more and more people to get into it so that again, it's an entry point. So today you are into cigarettes, they'll graduate into e-cigarettes. It's a big problem in US and the European countries because a lot of youngsters are getting attracted to it and vaping into it. And eventually they will definitely. And see, any gases and poisonous gases are inhaling. It may be smooth, but definitely it's affecting your body also.
I thought there's no nicotine on it.
No, it cannot be without a kick. Without you don't get the kick at all.
But like say, our young days, youngster used to be smoking, college days and all that, you start smoking. But in comparison, what do you say about the present lot, like youngsters? I think they are off smoking.
No,
Youngster.
the thing is, youngsters, depending upon which strata of society you're talking about, the products change. See, like in your time, there was more of smoking, but now there is more of weed.
Yeah, weed. Okay,
That is a
oh,
separate topic. No,
what
weed is a big addiction. Weed is, but having said that, smoking and chewing are still there. Like, it's not that. When you see girls smoking and all.
More and more girls.
Girls are coming, but
Yeah.
boys are, I think, getting.
It's
Or
nothing
avoiding
like
it.
But weed is not harmful. In Canada and US, they are legally selling weed.
No, I'll talk about weed later. But weed is a big problem. It is not at all safe, and it is not at all. Well, see, there are medicinal values and all. I'll talk about it. So there is another form of tobacco which is chewing tobacco. The chewing tobacco again is a big problem in India because we have the maximum or most number of chewing tobacco products and types. Like one state to another state, a product will change, the mechanism of consumption will change, the branding, packaging, everything will change. I worked in like Maharashtra, I worked in Gujarat, Rajasthan, I've been to Northeast states like Assam and Nagaland. I mean, there are n number of products. In spite of working for so many days in the industry, in this field, I still cannot claim that I know all the tobacco products in India. It's so huge. It is so huge that so many products are there in India. Yeah. So I'll just explain in between.
Basically, no?
Yeah, but there are different forms. So like what you're talking about tobacco, it is like which cell climb, that is the most common form we know in Maharashtra. But if you go outside, there's Khaini also in Nagpur side and all that is. If you go to Gujarat, there is Mawa and all, which is there. If you go to Northeast, they have a wet form of tobacco and Tambul, they call it, and this watery kind of a thing. They have talap and all over there. There is fine powder of tobacco taken through nose, snuff, that is chigni, tapkir or naswar. In Maharashtra, they burn tobacco, create a powder and apply called as masheri. So there are n number of tobacco products. Pan. Now pan, we don't eat pan, but people say that I have sada pan, I have meeta pan. But what happens is you need to know what are the ingredients. Most of the time there is something called as skimam into it. Now this skimam is nothing but the tobacco paste. So unknowingly you may be consuming tobacco. There may be supari. Yeah. And there is another thing that supari and tobacco are two different things. Supari is arak nut. Now, supari has a lot of cancer producing chemicals. Supari causes affects the health in a big way. It causes a lot of submucous fibrosis, precancerous conditions, and also cancer. Tata Hospital has a lot of research available on supari consumption. Now, what happens is these pan masalas, they are not tobacco, they are suparis, base is supari. But people eat that and they also land up into problem, but they're not aware that they are unknowingly actually affecting their body. Now, the law has come up with, I won't go into details of it, but there's a law which says that you cannot promote tobacco product directly. Like previously, you used to get advertisement, pan, Bharatiyo ka swagat, hum pan parak se karenge, Uche log, Uchi pasand, Manikchand. You won't see those advertisements now. But people are coming up with this pseudo marketing, like this Ajay Devgan coming up telling that Zuba Kesri and Shah Rukh Khan coming from behind telling Meri bhi Zuba Kesri. But they are allowed to do this because Vimal brand, they are doing that, they are claiming pan masalas. But these are pseudo marketing because Vimal is more famous for its gutta products. Priyanka Chopra doing advertising of Baba Ilaichi. Now, Baba is more famous for its gutta products. Manikchand mineral water, Oxy Rich. Now, how many will, if I talk Manikchand, how many of you will remember water or how many of you will remember Manikchand Gutta? On 11th October, Big B Amitabh Bachchan said that I won't work with a brand which is promoting pan masala because they are pseudo marketing. He said, I was not aware. I don't think he must not be aware, whatever. He said that I won't promote a pan masala brand because they are doing pseudo marketing. So that is what is happening. Even though these products are banned, they find out ways. Tobacco is a big lobby.
Like alcohol.
Yeah,
soda.
Yes. Bagpiper soda and all. Yes. There's Sofa cigarette tobacco toothpaste also by the brand name of Ipco and Dentobag. I had personally seen a rich Marwadi family after breakfast applying toothpaste. Well, like, what are you doing? No, isko chhod ke kuch bhi bolo aap. Applying tobacco toothpaste, Ipco. Dentobag. Same thing. It is, yeah, this is how it is, brand is there. So there are so many tobacco products in different forms and different shape, and this mechanism of consumption changes, but they are there across the country. That is the reason today we are number one in oral cancers in the world. So if you have seen this advertisement, Mera naam Mukesh hai, main 4 saal se gutka khata tha before the movies. Imagine this is a real case where this guy named Mukesh was admitted in Tata Memorial Hospital. He died during the treatment. He was 24 years old. And he says that I was having gutka from 4 years. So it's not necessary that you are having for more than 10 years and only then you will land up into the problem. It's a real case. And product.
Maybe he must have been consuming a lot of gutka.
It's nothing on the quantity. It's
Probably his immunity.
No, it's nothing like that. But you don't know how much your immunity. You cannot claim that I will never have it. And there are a lot of other factors. It is not related to the quantity, not related to the duration. You're having it. It's like having a poison. If I tell you don't take full glass poison, take half glass poison. Will you take it? I'll tell you don't jump from 15th floor, jump from 10th floor. Will you jump? It's that dangerous. So again and again, I'm talking about those hazardous chemicals. So what are the hazardous chemicals? Just to explain, there's ammonia in your detergent powder, there's cadmium in your batteries, there's acetone in your paint. If I tell you eat your detergent powder or drink your paint or eat your batteries, are you going to do it? No, because you know that there is a poisonous chemicals into it. But a person who is consuming tobacco, they're actually consuming these hazardous chemicals day in, day out. This is important slide to show the people who are actually consuming tobacco so that they understand what are the harmful chemicals. Because if I tell them carcinogenic chemical, they won't understand. But if I tell them these are the chemicals what you're having, then they will realize what I'm having. And obviously, if you're having these chemicals every day, body is going to get affected. There is no rocket science into it. So the impact, if you see, more than 10 to 13 lakh people die every year because of tobacco-related illnesses. It is much more than COVID. It is much more than 3 deadly diseases combined together: HIV, AIDS, malaria, and tuberculosis. If you combine these three diseases, even then deaths occurring only because of tobacco-related illnesses is much more than these 3 diseases combined together.
It's India.
In India, 13 lakh people, and imagine this is a productive age group. People die and families are getting affected. You go to Tata Memorial Hospital, don't even go inside, take a
visit
round
to
from
Tata
outside.
Memorial is good.
Yeah, and you
Good
get so
enough.
much of negativity and so much of suffering you see there. People come from all over India. If you get detected, the treatment will start after a month. That much is the waiting period over there. You go inside, you'll go crazy. You won't be able to eat for so many days if you go there. It is a fact. So people have different perceptions. Medical field, we understand what are the things, but people perceive it Shah Rukh Khan smoking, stylish and everything. I'll talk about it. There's something called a second-hand smoking. If you're not smoking, but you come in contact with the smoke directly, it is called a second-hand smoking or passive smoking. But this is equally dangerous. I told you, number of people dying, 6 to 7% of people die because of second-hand smoking related illnesses. So 6 to 7% of 10 to 13 lakh is a big number. They don't just suffer, they also die because of second-hand smoking related illnesses. There is something called as third-hand smoking also. Like if you enter an empty room or a lobby or a passage and you feel that somebody must have smoked over here. Why you feel that? Because definitely someone must have smoked over there and the particles remain there for a long time. And that is called a third-hand smoking. There are studies done on children who are getting affected and they inquired, the parents said, yeah, we do smoke, but we don't smoke when they are at home. But when they are staying in the same house, that is how the children were getting affected. There is huge research available on third-hand smoking and that is also dangerous. Basic short-term illnesses like ear infection, sore throat, yellow decayed teeth, bad breath, smelly hairs, sensation of smell and taste is lost, wrinkled skin, watery eyes, itching in the eyes, dark circle below the eyes. So this is interesting. What are the signs like leukoplakia or white spots in your mouth, or red spots or erythroplakia, or submucous fibrosis? Your mouth opening reduces. So these conditions we call as precancerous conditions. These white spots, red spots, submucous fibrosis, mouth opening reducing. And it is research says that people who have consumed chewing tobacco for more than 3 years, more than 50% of such people will show you one of these symptoms, either a white spot, red spot, or chewing this mouth opening reducing. So if you get a person who has consumed tobacco for more than 3 years, you should immediately look out for some signs and show it to him. If you don't stop now, this is definitely going to land up into cancers. So these are precancerous conditions, unhealing ulcers. So today, because of the consumption is high and 90% of reasons for oral cancers is tobacco. So we are number 1 in oral cancers today. If we tell you the factual figures from 2012 to 2018, 114% rise in oral cancers. That huge is the rate of oral cancers today. You see now in last 5 years in Mumbai city itself, so many cancer hospitals are coming. Stand-alone cancer hospitals. कीमोथेरेपी तो गलो गली चालू हो गई, मैं गली में चालू कर रहे लोग कीमो बेड्स डाल दिए 5 and chemotherapy center चालू किए. It is that crazy. And imagine the amount of money people have to pay for those chemotherapy drugs and other things. People have to go from trust to that trust and relapse ke chances and all. It's a huge thing. So best thing is prevention, early detection. So there are a lot of cancers of different body parts, more than 16 body parts. Apart from cancers, it affects your respiratory, cardiovascular, neuro system like chronic bronchitis, reduced lung function, asthma, heart attacks, emphysema, gum diseases, tuberculosis. How tuberculosis and tobacco are related, TB, khasi ki bimari. See what happens is tobacco has inherent capacity to kill your appetite. तंबाकू खाने से भूख मर जाती है. If you see the heavy workers and all, they eat tobacco, they want to complete a work. They kill their appetite and keep on working. So if you eat tobacco, your appetite will go down, you won't eat. If you don't eat, your immunity will start dropping and you are more susceptible to infectious disease. Or India mein sabse common hai TB and now COVID. This immunity word has been used very commonly now because and if you have tobacco, your immunity will be compromised. So that is how TB and tobacco are related. Diabetes, again, if you have diabetes and you are consuming tobacco, it will be difficult to maintain your sugar levels. Cataract, early cataracts in early age. Gangrene, there is a blood supply to the body through blood vessels, like a pipeline, and these blood vessels are minute blood vessels, minute pipeline, and because of smoking, they get size reduces, they get constricted, and the blood supply stops actually the peripheral organs and all, so they get decayed. It's actually decayed. This is called as gangrene, and the poison should not spread to other parts, so it has to be cut. So it is called amputation. So amputations are increasing. It is also called smoker's gangrene. Paralysis, if the blood supply to the brain is reduced, your paralysis, stroke. If your heart blood supply to the heart is reduced, you will get heart attacks. Your blood vision, because your macular degeneration of your blood vessels in the eyes, sir can explain it better. Impotency in men, even in women, they are huge. As you saw, someone was saying how the girl smoking has risen because previously it was more of smokeless tobacco or chewing tobacco in women in India. But now it is in metros, if you see, it is rampant and more girls are into it. We have actually done a lot of research on it also. So they suffer with infertility, miscarriage, stillbirth, low birth baby, sudden infant death syndrome. You must have seen in IVF clinics, big advertisement newspapers. You know that in a newspaper, even to give a small ad, you require huge money. And imagine the IVF advertisements in a big newspaper. So they must be earning that much. So there's a huge rise in infertility cases, fibroids, and other cases. So these girls who are smoking are educated girls. In spite of that, are doing it. They don't understand it as spoiling their life in future. Their reproductive life is going to get affected in a big way.
Basically, they get together and parties.
At least smoking has become a symbol, status symbol.
Yeah, I'll talk about it, how they get attracted to it. So I was been talking about a negative thing, but we should also speak about the positive aspects of quitting smoking, because what happens today in our all communication, if you see the government communication about tar and cancer and all, you go to movies, we don't even want to see that advertisement. We should talk about the positive thing, and this is what helped me when I talk to the person. I talk about what are the benefits of quitting rather than talking about a negative aspect. So, like there are effects on the health, economic, and social. There are benefits also once you quit, and there is proper research study available. So, just to give an example, if you fall down, you get an injury. Would that injury remain for lifelong? No, there is a capacity of body to do continuous regeneration, repair. Similarly, when a person quits smoking or quits tobacco, there is a good changes happening in the body, and there is proper research available. What are the good changes happening in the body? From 20 minutes of quitting smoking to 15 years of quitting smoking. Within 20 minutes, your blood pressure and heart rate starts getting to normal. Within 12 hours, your carbon monoxide level starts getting to normal. Within 2 to 12 weeks, your lung function test starts improving. Within 5 to 10 years, your risk to heart attack and stroke paralysis drops by 50%. Within 15 years, your risk to any cardiovascular disease is as good as a non-smoker. Means both will come on the same level. Imagine your body can get repaired to that level. So if you tell a person that there are so many chemicals and all, he will say, already I've been consuming, already I've spoiled my body. Why should I quit? Let me die with it. But that is not the right thing. If you tell him that the earlier you quit, earlier your body will get chance to repair and you will get out of it all. This is something very positive, and it has actually motivated many people to give up the habit. And this is a proper research. It's nothing manipulated.
Yes, I might be one of those candidates who have repaired myself.
Absolutely.
Because I used to smoke till about 30.
Yes.
By the age of 30, I will, we were on the ship. So, when there is more tension, more smoking.
I'll talk about the tension and the correlation also.
When you want to think, you smoke.
So this is environmental effects. I'm not going to details of it. So why do people get into any kind of addictions first? So there are 4 more important reasons, or research says. Dr. Anand Nadkarni is a senior psychiatrist. He's done a lot of work in de-addiction field. So according to him, there are 4 reasons why people get into any kind of addictions, be tobacco or alcohol. So first reason is the characteristic of the chemicals present in those substances. Like tobacco has nicotine into it, alcohol has some other substance, drugs, narcotics have some other substance. This nicotine by characteristic that it is addictive in nature. Like gold has some characteristics, silver has some characteristics. Nicotine is an addictive substance. Like if 10 people are smoking for the first time, there are high chances that 8 to 9 of them will get into the addiction, because nicotine is one of the most addictive substances in the world. So like other chemicals. So the characteristic of the chemical is first reason. Second is your personality, person's personality. If your personality is strong enough, you can say no to wrong things, or you can stay away from it. Like I have done a lot of work with police people. I thought like the traffic police, I have examined like 16 traffic police stations across Navi Mumbai. My thing was, okay, traffic police, they must be 90% must be heavy consumers, so I should target them. To my surprise, only 33% were consuming tobacco. So why others were not doing it, in spite of the same 12 hours duty, same stressful job? Because their personality was such. I have met police people, PSI, assistant commissioners, who don't even drink, don't even smoke. I have met a police station in Boyivada where he has a library inside the police station. I have a police person who sends me a good morning thought every day, every morning. I mean, there is a personality makes a huge lot of difference. Your personality is the second thing. Third is friend and family support. Friend and family support plays a very important role, like your mahol, your surrounding and everything. There's a case study also. This was Vietnam War, a famous Vietnam War. With US soldiers were in Vietnam, and this war was not much of an actual war. It was much of a cold war. It was lasted for a long time. The soldiers were given a lot of drugs and all to consume. But once the war got over, the soldiers came back to the families. 99% all the soldiers were off the drugs. So if the characteristic of the chemical was the only reason, they should have continued it. If we get admitted with an accident and all, painkillers and all, we get morphines and all, that doesn't mean we come out like a junkie now. We don't continue it. So friend and family support also plays a very important role. If you are into, you won't get into it, and if you are into it, get outside also. The friend and family support is important. And fourth is stressful conditions. It is often observed by research say that if the person isn't working in a stressful conditions or exposure to a stressful environment, the chances of him getting into the addictions are much higher. So these are 4 reasons why people get into any kind of addiction. So if you see tobacco,
Yeah, but at the same time, like at the age of 30, I suddenly quit. I was ashore for a few years, went back to sea, and I was under probably more stressful conditions, but never smoked again.
yeah,
So it's a mental state.
of course. I'm saying chances are more. That is what research says.
You pick it up young, and then you think that.
No, but this is a very individual. It is not true. We cannot generalize it.
Correct.
So tobacco smoking, like you were saying, why does girls, in spite of knowing, in spite of educated, why they're getting into it? So first thing is curiosity. A lot of people feel कि यार एक जिंदगी में सब कुछ एक बार करना चाहिए. अब मैं बड़ी हो गई हूँ, and all those things are there. Peer pressure. Actually, we had done a research where we have actually taken the interview. One girl from physiotherapy, D.Y. Patil College, had contacted me and had helped her in designing the questionnaire. And we had done a survey in that university for girls smoking. The reason peer pressure was one of the reasons which had come up for girls smoking on the rise. It was one of the reasons, but still it is a major reason. Peer pressure, cool factor, or fashionable or stylish, because unfortunately our actors promote it in the big ways. Movies like Sanju and at Kabir Singh and all, where they are smoking and drugs and all, it is so much glamorized that those pictures become super hit. So today, to be very frank, our youngsters don't have any idols in front of them. And it is, as a society, it is our mistake. And we should not just blame the generation, but like people like Abdul Kalam and all, whom we could admire and we could look up to. Today, we are looking up to politicians, or we are looking up to actors. And both of them have not having that kind of a charismatic thing so that they can lead youngsters thing. So we need to, as a society, think over it, why, how we can, build those ethics in our youngsters. And unfortunately, these actors are paid a huge amount for doing these advertisements. Someone like Akshay Kumar, whom I used to think who is a very fitness freak, he comes up with a pan masala ad and he tells. Now, at least with Amitabh Bachchan is saying, they should also think over it. If they are, but they earn money out of it, they are not bothered about the public. People like, because it is tobacco kills appetite, a lot of models use it to remain slim, but that repercussions are very bad. Tobacco lobby is again very strong, so they do a lot of research in marketing and they do packaging and all to attract more people. Stress, tension and stress, people feel that it is good, but definitely tobacco is not going to reduce your tension. It is going to increase your tension. Constipation is another very common thing. People feel that tobacco will help them, but it is absolutely wrong. If it was true, then doctor would have prescribed you, okay, if you are constipated, have 3 cigarettes or 3 gutkhas. It is not the fact. So basically, a person who says that I am having tobacco for constipation, he must have started at the age of like 15 to 18 or whatever. The first 15 years, he was having it without tobacco. Second thing, if you are having constipation, you can have good fibrous food, salad and all, so that your stool formation will take place. Or you can have, there is something called as gastrocolic reflex. Even in the morning, if you have stimulants like hot water or hot tea, you will have the same movements, and you don't require tobacco. And as I said, no doctor is ever going to prescribe you 3 BDs or 3 gutkhas for constipation. So it is not a medicine. So this association breaking thing with counseling should happen with the person who is actually having that wrong association with the product. So basically, it's a #1 killer today, and we are losing so many lives because of it. Another thing is that we should help people to come out of it before they land up into any serious illnesses, so that we can save families altogether. There is treatment available, but again, there's a misconception that people cannot quit. It is impossible to quit, and there is no help available. But the fact is that definitely people do quit. My success rate was almost 57 to 67% in a hospital kind of a practice, which is pretty good. I mean, in addiction, 4% is also good, but 20% is there for smoking and all. But if the help is available and the help is provided in a medical center by a medical professional, the success rate increased almost 4 times. That is what Dr. Nancy Ricoti's project was. If you target them in a hospital kind of a setup where they already come to you where they are sick, so they will do everything to get better. Like they will follow your diet, they will follow exercise, what you tell them. They would also at that time, if you target them, the success rate also increases. So it is definitely possible to quit at different ways. We take proper history, we guide them. There are medications available, but medications also the problem is they're OTC product. I mean, those doesn't require prescription. But then it has to be taken in a proper dose. It has to be supported by proper counseling. The dose has to be tapered. So a lot of things are there. So it is advisable that the medicine should be taken with proper advice because there are proper dosages available. There is a proper method of taking it. A lot of things which has to be done by an expert. So that is from my side. We have to fight this together. I'm very happy that Rotary has come up with this cause-based club where tobacco is one of the area we are in, and we have an entire club for it. And because I have come here and I'm also representing as a charter president, I would also like to share you other products, other projects with our club. Nicotine, tobacco addiction is one of it. We also have alcohol, drugs, and internet addiction, digital addiction. For alcohol addiction, we are involving a lot of, we are starting a lot of centers with collaboration with Alcohol Anonymous. Alcohol Anonymous is the people who are actually left alcohol, they support it. And it's a good thing because it is free of cost also. And they have a huge network and we are building that network more. So I would request Rotary Club of Chembur also that if you have a center kind of a thing, these people just require a kind of hall where they meet once a week. They don't pay anything, they don't charge anything. So it's a free of cost and it's like a Rotary well-organized organization. They have trustees and everything. So we are in close contact with them. We just started a center in Dadar where I have started my free OPD once a week in Dadar Navneet Jain Health Center, which is behind Kabutar Khana and Disalwa, behind Disalwa High School. There is a huge Navneet Jain Health Center which has a footfall of like 1,000 patients every day. They have a lot of specialties like a dentist and eye opthal is a big floor over there. They have all daycare procedures they do there. So that they have allowed us to start a free OPD for tobacco. So I sit there on Saturdays between 4 to 5. They also allowed us for alcohol OPD and Alcohol Anonymous Center also we are starting there. So similarly, if you have a place available in Chembur, we can collaborate and start this center also. That more and more people will be benefited because in addiction, the family suffers a lot. So money is a big point. If you go to rehabs, they charge like 50-60,000 per month, which is a huge amount for a person who and the families who have already suffered.
Can you just tell us the name of that center at Dadar?
Navneet Jain Health Center.
Navneet.
Navneet. It's an old center. It's a very good
Jain Center.
Jain Center. Yeah. Navneet
Yeah,
Jain
It used to
Center.
be called Jain Health Center.
Yes. It is more famous like a Jain Health Center. So that is one thing. And for drugs also, we have this Dr. Barwalia sir's clinic in Mankur where we are trying to replicate that model in Palghar and all areas. Praful Barwalia. He has Rotary has supported him in a big way. Barwalia. Rotary has supported that center in a big way. He is a homeopathic doctor. We are for de-addiction for drugs and all. We are involving him and replicating that model at other places now.
Using homeopathic drug?
Oh yeah. We have psychiatrists also over there and other people. Also.
No. Medicine used as homeopathic medicine there?
Yeah, that center they are using homeopathic medicine.
It's working well.
Yes, absolutely. Because homeopathy has a lot of things with mind thing also. And for
for a community.
Yeah. So we have this community-based clinics which we are getting, and we want to increase that now. Because this Barwalia Cell Clinic is actually in a slum in a community in Mankur area, which is a densely populated kind of a slum area. So they are into child thing also. They have the child abnormals, what you call it, child anomalies. Special children treatments have been done over there, and they have started one unit for this also. So we are taking their help.
Where exactly? Mankur?
I'll send you the details.
So my understanding near Vidya Vihar, there is a locality. Again, they have a problem with alcohol.
What we can do is if you can give us a place over there, we can start one Alcoholic Anonymous center. Once a week we can start with these people. See, because it's alcoholic also, they don't listen to doctors and all. They require a person from their side, and I have seen their functioning also. It is wonderful, and they are so passionate. I mean, you feel the positivity when they talk. And they are much better than counselors and doctors also. They are that because they are totally dedicated. See, once you are selflessly doing something, you are at a different level, tangent altogether. So the dedication and all, they don't charge anything. They will come, they will put their banner, they will just do their 1 hour thing and they will go away. They will do the publicity of mobilization, everything. You just have to give them a place to sit, like 10 to 15 people can sit there and have their meetings together. They have their prayer, they have their entire discussions and all, and they.
Majority of the churches do this.
Churches are doing in a big way since beginning. Yeah, a lot of churches already have that.
Church has
Yeah, so if you have a person, you have patients, now don't worry. You just tell me ki this area may I want a person. I'll just contact the alcohol. They already existing are there. But with Rotary, I think we should increase them. We should also support them in a big way. But I can always help you with the nearest center. Another thing is a digital de-addiction, which is coming up in a big way. Internet addiction, which is the kind of tip of the iceberg what we are seeing now. And because of lockdown and all, it has increased more. So we have experts in digital de-addiction because senior psychiatrists don't even aware or not aware of digital de-addiction. We have young people and psychiatrists who are into digital de-addiction. We have rolled out a program where we are charging Rotary clubs like something around 4,000 rupees for the program, irrespective of number of schools you give to us, because we have some software and we are going to give this form to the student to fill. It would be online form. They have to fill that form. The form will designate them into a mild, moderate, severe kind of internet addiction. In the same form, once the child fills, it will go to the parent. So parent will again fill it. We need to know where it is verified or not, or the child has filled it wrongly. So then we'll categorize them, and after categorization, those into mild and this will get a general awareness. Those into kind of moderate will get group counseling, and severe would be get one-to-one counseling. So this is another project which we want more support from all the, because every Rotary club is associated with more schools. We are not going directly approaching the schools because Rotary already has a good association with the school. It would be easy for us to percolate and get it. But we have an entire ready thing. We already have enrolled schools now and we're starting it. But digital de-addiction is a big project again, what we are rolling out.
Scenario like pandemic, people are work from home.
Yeah.
You are online all the time, doing education also. The addiction is going to take place.
Exactly, but
because children are now
if-
forced to sit like
yeah,
that.
but it is our responsibility that we should see to it that they don't get into any kind of, because their growth would be hampered. And like Tare Zameen Par, if we saw it is early detected and properly treated, we can save so many children getting into any wrong direction. So that is also an addiction, and we have to work on it. So that also we are doing in a big way. We are involving huge counselors on the team. Also, we are training counselors. We have a training material, and all, because we'll be requiring so many counselors. We are rolling out this project in Mumbai, Pune, and Bangalore also, but initiated from Mumbai itself. So that also we appeal Chembur Club also to participate and support us in that project also. Any other questions for tobacco related?
Yeah,
When
I
you
have.
talk about weed, what was that?
Weed thing is, though people feel that it is a herbal thing and all, see, weed ka to it is more dangerous. We'll have to stop the recording. Stop sharing.